Super Dave here with episode 17 of figures, play sets, and accessories that go well with MOTU Classics. And today we're going to be taking a look at a play set and a couple of accessories. And I want us to take a look at it. You're going to see a little bit of it behind me here. You can use it as an outdoor theme, as the exterior. But we're going to be looking at this extremesets.com set. Here's the box that it came in. We're going to be looking at this set as an interior that can go along as an extension, like the interior, the inside, going deeper into Castle Grayskull. Really, really cool. Let's go take a look at it. Okay, so before I show you the inside, or actually kind of set it up to make it look like the inside of Castle Grayskull, I was going to show you a few of the pieces. So you have this piece right here, and you see where you can tab it in. They can tab into each other, because on the edge of each section there is an opening. It's hard to see the seam there, but there is an opening where you can plug them into each other if you want to. But you see they have this opening of the door here, and you see it's just cardboard, but it can open up as if to open up into another section, or into like outside or inside, or into another room if you want to. It even looks like it has like a Castle Grayskull insignia up there. I really think they had Castle Grayskull in mind when they did this. Now you see that big square section back there. I've got it standing up right now. That's actually the floor. It unfolds. It's 4 sections that unfold into a big like cinder block or gray rock type flooring. And then you have these columns, and they come flat. You just kind of pop them out, put them together. They fold up easily. Then there's a raised section for a flooring we'll look at in a few minutes. And there is like a prison type, jail type, or a graded fencing type, whatever you want to use that for. It could be used like almost like a prison or jail or dungeon. And then there's the little steps that we'll show you. And then there's a bigger stairwell, an actual big stairwell that goes up to a section. We'll show you once we put it all together. And then here's another one. See, this one was a oval type door, and over here you've got like a rounded type door. There is a man-at-arms is coming through there. There's a wooden looking door that looks almost more like a cellar or a storage, or maybe even a back door from the outside. But I'm telling you, they just blend in, and they got those cool looking, almost 3D looking torches coming out there. That one even looks like it has a little bit of an evil face on it, but they just look really stellar. Even though it's flat cardboard, it looks 3D, and it really pops and works with MOTU Classics. So if you've got $70 to spare, go to bigbadtoystore.com. You may still be able to get them on extremesets.com, but they do sell them on bigbadtoystore.com if they still have them. This is August of 2021, but if they still have them, then you can order this set, and it really goes well with MOTU Classic. Let me tell you about one of the accessories that you can get very cheap that go with your MOTU Classics. You can go to Dollar Tree here in America and get these cool little rocks and take off the plastic bottom. That's so you can hide a key and put it outside along your lawn, or around rocks, or around your decorations outside to hide a key. But if you want to just get rid of that plastic piece, and just use that to decorate your outdoor scene, you can really use those rocks, and you can even have He-Man grab up underneath there and be able to launch a rock that looks realistic. And so these are $1 a piece, and then you can also get these little cool little fire starter places, little fire sets. Like a campfire, I should say. It has a little bowl, looks like he's cooking something, but the little flames under here. But if you get one of those bulbs at Walmart or wherever you buy bulbs, you can get those little flickering ones, and even give it a flickering effect, make it look like it's flickering in one of your scenes too. You can do that. That's cool. But those are just a couple of accessories that go great with your MOTU Classic photos. Now let's set this scene up as an interior, like an extension or an interior of Castle Grayskull itself. I still got my grass scene that I just broke down earlier, the outside scene of the outside of Castle Grayskull. So I'm going to finish this and lay down that flooring, and I've got Castle Grayskull already opened up, so we'll just kind of see what it looks like as an interior to Castle Grayskull. Be right back in just a second. Okay, so we're inside of Castle Grayskull now, and of course we're using some of the Castle Grayskull accessories, but here's this wall that looks kind of like a dungeon. You see Clawful is behind bars there, and there's actually a back to that, because if you come around side, you see that there is a section on the interior here for this this wall, and it comes to like a box, and then you can put this in front of it and give it that three-dimensional look. So you have Clawful back there in the dungeon. Let's just go around here. That's of course all Castle Grayskull, but then if you look at the flooring here, this is a part of that extreme sets, and then there's a column that I'm using as a divide here. You can stand that up or lay that down. I've laid this down just to break it up, and there's part of the steps, and then here's some steps leading up to, I decided to do kind of like we would see in the Filmation cartoon, like the sorceress was sitting on a throne up a long staircase, and I thought that was cool to do that. And on this side you've got that wooden door with another flame, and then I've got a column back there breaking up the monotony there. There's that blank wall back there to give it some depth, and then there's that other panel here with the oval type door, and Hebrew is coming out of that way, and then behind me here is another panel. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 if you count this angled wall here that's 3D, and then 5, and then that second section that's like 3 sides of a box, a rectangle, that would be 6 panels, not counting the floor. And you can see, I mean, you can set this up however you want to. That's how I set it up, to make it look like the interior of Castle Grayskull, one option anyway here. And it just looks cool. It looks cool. And I've got some red and orange and flickering bulbs here, trying to give it some effect here, give it a better look. And I've got some Thundercats. There's Link, our elf, and there's Tila, of course, and Man-at-Arms. These are Filmation characters, and there's He-Man taking the steps. You see, I used just a small peg to stabilize him, and he's going right up those stairs. Looks good. And then there's our Filmation sorceress back there, and there's Hebrew. So, you know, just put in a few characters here, and there's that other doorway. Again, all those doors open. So it's just really cool. That's just one set. Like I said, you could always pull this out and make another column wherever you wanted. You could do, you know, another column there. I just wanted to break up the monotony, and it also hides that. And you could use that. What this piece is actually for is to hide the sides of that step there. But instead of doing that, I didn't want to hide that much, so I just put that there instead and laid this one down. But like I said, you can get creative. There's just basically endless possibilities of how you could set up this set to make it work for you. And this is just what I envisioned here as I was trying to put it together to make it look like the inside of Castle Grayskull. So all this is basically 2 of those short tables that fold up from Walmart, setting my Castle Grayskull right on the back edge of that, and then I've got a glass topper there to give it some stability, to make it even. Laid that flooring down, put Castle Grayskull on part of that, and then just began to set these up. I did have to use some styrofoam. Got a Kleenex box back here holding that wall up, you know, just to stabilize them, because I have it plugged in. Like I was explaining to you, you have these tabs, but they bend and they get weak, and then you have to poke through those slits that I was telling you are on these edges here, and you see the outline of that right there, and then that kind of gets weak. So I try to avoid using those if I can, and just kind of lean them and hide them. See, I've got that one hid over here by that little tab, hid by that little computer that Panthro is working on. So, but it's just really cool. Just really cool. Really, really neat. Those steps look good, but you see on this side, you see it's just, there's the framing for the steps, but you're not going to see that if you hide it. Just that's the reason it comes with that side panel. But just looks excellent, and works great with your MOTU Classics And I just love it. I think this is great. This is going to be great to add an interior. And then if you're, doing pictures, you can just make this keep going and going and have your Castle Grayskull as deep as you want to. Keep going and going. So that's really neat. Your second level up here. I tried to actually set the stairwell up to go up to here. Like let's just pretend like there's not an elevator and have steps coming up to that. And that worked, but it left a little gap here. But if I took the flooring out, the plastic flooring out of the Castle Grayskull, probably could get it up closer, but it would leave a gap right there. But then I thought about this idea, and I like that. I like him being able to go up the steps and meet the sorceress up there. In a deeper section of Castle Grayskull, kind of like we would see in the Filmation cartoon. So, and you could add decorations and more torches. You could lay out some weapons up here. I was looking for some more weapons. Grab just a few to put the weapon rack up. And you could just decorate however you want to. But I love this flooring. It works perfect. And this color they chose is the exact same color as Castle Grayskull, especially that flooring and the outside. I know the inside's a little glossy. I've not treated mine yet. But it certainly matches perfectly the outside. There it is. This motif, this pattern that they put on this cardboard extreme sets. They're diorama sets, and it's just really cool. Thank you so much for joining us. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And thank you for joining us for another Super Dave review. And please come back and see us again. One of the things I will show you very quickly here is that I'm using that character from Marvel Legends. I don't know what his name is there, but I'm using that in place of that static figure that has no articulation that came with Castle Grayskull that's hollow on the back. I think this guy kind of matches well with the motif. He's got he matches the gold throne and just has that robot look, and his feet fit in the same pegs, but he would actually be able to walk and articulate and move if you wanted to use him in the castle. So I replaced him with this Marvel Legends character right there. Some of you will know who he is. But that is cool. All right, see you next time, and thank you for joining us.